What's going on, guys? Scourge here. Today I'm going to be showing you guys a nice build that I came up with using the Firebird set. First off, to get these started, show you what kind of skills you need. You're going to need Hydra with the Mammoth Hydra rune, Disintegrate with Convergence, Magic Weapon, Force Weapon, Ice Armor, Crystallize, Teleport, Safe Passage, although not required. You can change that out if you want to. And Meteor Shower. For our passive skills, we are using Audacity for up close damage, Unstable Anomaly because it's just always useful, Illusionist for if we need to really get out of a situation, and Blur. This can be replaced with Glass Cannon if you're tanky enough or if you just don't want all that toughness. So anyways, that's going to be your skill set. Going on to gear, we are using a Death Wish. While channeling Arcane Torrent, Disintegrate, or Ray of Frost, all damage is increased by 32%. This is really useful for this. We are always going to be channeling. We are using Hergbrash's Binding for the 60% reduced cost of Disintegrate. Literally lets us use Disintegrate. We're using 6 set Firebirds, Source, Boots, Legs, Chest, Helmet, and gloves. We are using Ancient Parthon Defenders along with Halo of Arlise and Arcanized Cube. This can be replaced with Convention of Elements and Arcanized Cube and just vice versa, switch them out. We are using the Endless Walk set. While moving, damage taken is reduced up to 50%. While standing still, damage dealt is increased by up to 100%. Very useful to have. In Arcanized Cube, you see the Etch Sigil. Your Arcane Torrent, Disintegrate, or Ray of Frost also casts one of your other arcane power spenders every second. That's why this build lets us do this. We are using Achillea Cuirass. While 90% of your primary resource is available, all damage taken is reduced by 50%. This just gives us a massive amount of toughness. It goes much higher than that, trust me. As you can see, 41 just for doing that. For our legendary gems, we're using Bane of the Stricken, Bane of the Trapped, and we are using Tagut. Now that you know what you're going to need to use inside your Arcanized Cube, your armor, and your skills, it's time to actually use the build. So we're going to go ahead and do a Greater Rift level 50 and give you a demonstration. So basically the way this build works is that the Firebird set, the 6 set, for every enemy you have on fire, you get 25% increased damage. If you have an elite on fire, you get 600% increased damage. This allows you to do massive amounts of damage to elites. Now what makes this build so great is that you can use the fire proc on an elite to kill everything around you. You get that 600% increased damage to every other monster just for having the elite on fire. That's why it's good to leave an elite on fire on screen and kill everything around you, or at least most of it, before you finish off the elite. Because you will, as you see here, kill the elite very quickly. Like it's extremely easy to kill an elite, like it's not a challenge at all. What's great about this build is that you have lots of survivability and lots of damage. You kind of have to be strategic with your damage because you do so much more increased damage with an elite on screen. That's why it's, again, good to have an elite on fire on screen and finish off everything around it before killing it. So if you just strategically play this build correctly, you can get very high into the Greater Rift levels. My record so far is 62 and I'm trying to get higher. I'm sure if you optimize this build more, because mine's okay but not super optimized, I could get it much better. If you could get it more optimized, you could probably get higher, maybe like 70 or 70 and above. That's it for this video. If you guys want to keep watching the Greater Rift, it's going to be playing in the background. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope this build helps you out in your rifts. Bye.